it's certainly interesting because the Trump administration signaled, or Donald Trump signaled from the very beginning, that was his personal problem with it. And so it'll certainly raise some eyebrows if that is in fact the structural fix that they're looking for. But if that's what they're looking for, I'd be very surprised if AT&T had any serious objection to selling CNN. That's not really the core asset that they wanted when they bought Time Warner in the first place.
It seems like that wouldn't be extracting that much from the deal if they demanded the sale of CNN, considering that most of the people who opposed the deal, the consumer groups, were up in arms over AT&T having control over entertainment content. What did you see initially as a sticking point? And if it's just the sale of CNN, I mean, that's a pretty good deal still from an AT&T perspective.
Yeah, definitely. What AT&T wanted and still wants out of this deal is the ability to create content bundles with telecom. And that's fundamentally an entertainment story. So while AT&T and Randall Stephenson have said they still would like to own the CNN business and they think it's good business, it's certainly not a make or break asset for whether or not AT&T would want to continue to do this deal.
The FT is reporting that they are going to try to fight being forced to sell CNN. Tell me, what is it that CNN, this is a vertical integration, right? This is content and distribution. What else is there that CNN it would be competing against or would be considered horizontal? Is there any, as far as we know in the history of the DOJ and antitrust, is there a justification? We spent a lot of time talking about Disney and whether or not going to buy 21st Century Fox assets. And everybody said, well, they own ESPN, so they're not going to be allowed probably to buy Fox Sports. Is there any equivalent situation here? AT&T has X, and so therefore it should not be allowed to own CNN?
Yeah, look, it's a puzzling one for me. You can make arguments. Not that I know of. I mean, you can make arguments that there are some assets in entertainment that might be problematic structurally. They've been giving away HBO for free, and some might argue that's difficult for people to compete against because the difference in cost of goods sold and what have you. But CNN is a head scratcher to say what the structural issue is that would make CNN pop out.
Is it? Well, Craig, there's the debate. I mean, is it a structural issue, or is this literally just
the president? The
president doesn't like Jeff Zucker, the head of CNN, and he's just going to make life as hard as possible as he can on him. But to Melissa's point, the stock, Time Warner stock, while down, is still $7 above where it was the day before the deal was announced. So, yeah, it's come down, but obviously the market still sees value in this deal getting done. It hasn't gone flat. Do you believe ultimately the deal gets done? Bottom line.
Yeah, look, I think ultimately the deal gets done. Del Rahim at the DOJ, I think ultimately would have to weigh what are the odds that if AT&T takes this to court that I win. And do I really want to go to court on a case where maybe I have coin flip odds of winning or losing for my first big case in antitrust? My guess is you would say politically there's no upside in taking that to court. And that's what I think AT&T is signaling is, look, we will take this to court, so don't block this. I'm not sure I would connect the dots that says AT&T will go to court to fight divesting CNN, but they're making it pretty clear we would go to court to fight against this being blocked, and so don't block it.
How much would CNN, let's say it went up for sale, what's it worth?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to say. That's probably more the bailiwick of my partner, Michael Nathanson, who covers the media side. There certainly are people that would like to have CNN. We've speculated in the past that, remember, they've had partnerships and talked about partnerships on news gathering with ABC, for example, so Disney, or with CBS.
So possible buyers out there.
It wouldn't be hard to find a home for it.
Okay.